Welcome to 3 Words Can Stop a Scam, a basic survival podcast for anyone looking to avoid scams and deceptive marketing. I'm Dave Grillo. For 20 years, I coordinated a consumer awareness and fraud prevention program for the Shrewsbury Council on Aging in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. I now volunteer for a senior citizen fraud helpline. I am not a professional, but I do obsess over how I can help keep fraud and scams from hurting people, especially the innocent and vulnerable. Maybe through this podcast, I'll even help you. Episode 1 will introduce the 3 words and explain their importance. Subsequent podcast episodes will discuss the things that we all do to get ourselves in trouble. And I will specifically look at how we are tricked while watching television, while using our phones and the internet, when we answer the door, look at our mail, when we donate, and when we invest. I believe that just 3 words can help you to be safer. So please join me as I offer a simple guide to avoiding scams and deceptive marketing. Episode 4, a knock on your door, a trip to your mailbox. If you're a homeowner or if you own rental property, I want you to go outside and take a look around your property. Wait, not yet. After the podcast, go out and look at your clapboards or siding. Are there any cracks or spaces? Any curled or missing shingles on the roof? What's the condition of your stairs? Honestly, do your trees or bushes look shabby? How much of a priority is addressing any of these problems, considering your otherwise ridiculously busy life? There are roving criminals disguised as contractors who are certainly noticing your property. Sure as the arrival of daffodils, the scam pops up every year. These phony contractors scour neighborhoods, looking for houses, driveways, and landscapes in some stage of disrepair. And if they happen to target you, you might be swayed to agree that there is a problem that needs to be addressed. Their intention is to present to you their observation, try to make you believe that they can competently address it, and offer you an immediate solution at a quote-unquote very good price. It goes something like this. Knock, knock. Hi, how are you today? On the spot, you say, fine, I guess. They continue. You have a beautiful home. We happen to be driving by and noticed your driveway is crumbling, or there are shingles missing from your roof, or a few of your clapboards are missing, or your stairs are broken. That looks pretty dangerous. Or your rose bushes don't look that healthy. They may mention your chimney, your gutters, or possibly something else. That van, pickup truck, or dump truck they pull up in has no name or phone number on it, a blank slate, or the writing is faded and illegible. They come bearing immediate resolution. They say, we just happen to have extra wood or siding or asphalt on the truck. Give us the job and we'll not only resolve your problem, we'll give you a great deal. Win-win. If you do agree, they may ask for all of the payment up front or at least a healthy percentage. Then, one of the following happens. They either don't do the job right away because they claim the job is actually bigger than they first thought, so they graciously accept your down payment so that they can go get more material to do the job right. Or they start the job, then they say they will be back to finish for some reason, or they start the job and intentionally make the problem worse while you're not even looking. They come to tell you the bad news and they up the price. They need more money. You give it to them. Okay, we'll be back. But they never come back. If they do come back, the job somehow keeps getting more and more expensive. There are a number of red flags or warning signs to watch for with this common scam. First off, you have not even called them. They just showed up at your door and solicited you. Another, there is no writing or anything legible with name or phone number that appears remotely professional on their vehicle. Also, they can offer no credible identification. Red flag. They are the ones defining your alleged problem with an assuredness and urgency that it be addressed immediately. Another red flag. You might feel pressured or uneasy. Pay attention to that feeling. They don't offer you time to think about it. Your gut says I shouldn't. Another. You must pay them some or all of the money up front. Then they can't start the job right away for some reason. You must pay them up front, and they do start to do something, but they eventually come to you to say that the job is bigger than they initially thought. So they'll be back, but it will cost more. Or they inform you that something looks worse than previously thought, so the price is going to be higher. Of course, what they don't tell you is that they were the ones that made the problem worse. Simply, their ability to do the job now or soon is a real red flag, a huge one. Another red flag, they say they have adequate materials to do your job simply by eyeing it. Or they don't offer a legitimate contract, nor are they able to give you verifiable references. Know that this scam has a great record of success. Like all scams, it often works because the victim is caught off guard, the problem as presented may make sense, the phony contractor is convincing, and we are incredulous that we could be fooled or that someone could be so dishonest. The result, a regretful, costly decision on our part. But remember the 3 words: stop. Never make a decision like this in the moment. Verify. Whenever solicited, make it a personal policy to ask for information to review and check out. And if interested, you'll get back to them. Use your resources. Talk with family, friends, neighbors, your town's licensing department, and anyone else you trust. Contact the Better Business Bureau. Do an internet search for information on and reviews of this supposed business. If you then decide you do want to address a property issue, consider licensed and insured contractors who you have solicited. Ask your resources for their ideas and their experiences. Who have they had good luck with? Get multiple estimates in writing with details. The Better Business Bureau, your state's Office of Consumer Affairs and Business Regulation, and internet review sites can be most helpful. Now, whether you own or you rent, you may encounter the following situations. That knock on your door comes from someone who claims to work for your town's inspections department or a utility company, and you must let them in because there is some major problem and they need immediate access to address it now. 2 or more people may be at your door. Come on, really? You should be so lucky. Think about it. You know how hard it can be to get someone to come when you need it. It's more likely that your experience is like, do you prefer we come 7 to 12 or 1 to 5 next Wednesday? But if it is a fraud, it could play out like this. More than one person shows up, and while one person heads to the area where the supposed problem is, the other or others case your home for money and valuables. Do not, under any circumstances, let them in if you haven't been previously notified. Rather, call your town or the utility at a number you look up, not that the unexpected visitors give you, to find out if they are legitimate. This same advice applies to someone who just shows up claiming to be a mortgage appraiser, a realtor, you name it. Now, there are those who come to your door who are legitimate. Window salespersons, landscapers, and others who offer services with written materials and a willingness to let you take your time to think about it. They are only a real threat if they convince you to buy something that you really don't need or that turns out to be shoddy. And when money isn't the focus, you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to engage. Some examples: those people running for office requesting your vote, volunteers with petitions, nonprofit groups promoting a cause, religious groups, kids looking to fundraise, or even your neighbors looking just to chat. My suggestion, say something like, I never make decisions like this right away. If you want my serious consideration, leave information and I'll take a look at it later. Make clear that you'll get back to them if interested. Just a few more thoughts. Think about putting a sign on or near your door that states in clear, easy-to-see print, no solicitations. Those who know you will know other ways to get a hold of you if you don't happen to answer the door. Also, set up a security system using doorbell or security cameras that you know how to monitor. If you're not sure who is knocking but feel compelled to answer, have a cell phone in hand with you with 911 ready to dial. And if you live alone, a barking dog may prove to be a good crime deterrent, as well as hopefully a wonderful companion. Now, before we go get the mail, there are a couple of scams related to packages I will briefly mention. What if you receive a delivery from Amazon or some other business with your name and address on it, but you didn't order it? There is a scam in which some corrupt sellers pay a third party to purchase a product. That third party then forwards it to you, and the seller writes a review for the world to see, possibly with your name attached. We all know that reviews are very important to their success. Hey, you have a free item you can keep legally since you never ordered it. So what's the problem? The problem is your personal information has likely been compromised. Some bad actor knows you are an Amazon customer or a customer of another business. They have your address, possibly your credit card number, and other financial information. If this should happen, report it to Amazon at 888-280-4331, a verifiable number, or at Amazon.com, or if it's another company, let them know. You can also report it to the Federal Trade Commission at 202-326-2222 or at ftc.gov. Change your passwords and watch your credit card statements for unrecognizable charges. One more package-related fraud, the reshipping scam. In this one, someone contacts you and makes it worth your while to accept packages at your home. Then you ship them to someone else. Sounds pretty harmless, but you unwittingly become a pawn in an illegal scheme that hides the crooks and exposes you to criminal charges, making you the crook. Okay, finally, it's time to go get the mail. Okay, bills, important reminders, let's just put those aside for now. What's all this other stuff? Flyers for window and door replacement. As mentioned in episode 3, consider getting an energy audit from your utility or state energy agency before making this substantial investment, which may not even be necessary. Such an audit may determine that weather stripping and some additional installation are all you really need. Then there's the mailed ads that warn of expiring automobile warranty coverage that may not even be relevant to your situation. Many are mass mailed. The best auto warranties tend to be available through the manufacturer of the vehicle. Other so-called service plans are notorious for their limitations. Another flyer offers to buy your home quickly and easily. Possibly no inspection. Nice. Until you find that you'll lose tens to possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars because you didn't use a realtor. Convenience does have its costs. I'll talk at length about charities in a future episode. For now, suffice it to say, the more charities you donate to, the more additional places you'll receive appeals from. Then there's those postcard-size offers promoting collector's edition coins or medals or some sort of embossed mementos. Interesting, but most have value only as keepsakes. What about this one? You open the envelope and discover that you've won a free vacation. Please don't rush to pack your suitcases. Free can mean lousy accommodations, and do you still feel like a winner when you learn that you'll have to pay to fly there? And what about all those other fees? Better check the details. The internet is a quick reference here. Just search the name of the vacation offer with the words complaints or problems after it. Medicare insurers flood mailboxes at various times of the year, but coverages and quality of service vary widely. Contact local and state elder agencies as well as Medicare itself for guidance with this most complicated decision. Finally, who doesn't like a free meal? Thus, the lure of those Have Dinner on Us seminars. You know, the ones that say, secure your financial future, or prepare for a worry-free retirement, or get rich in real estate, and we'll feed you for free. I can attest personally that there really is such a thing as a free meal, and it can be quite delicious. That is why I like to go to these things, and also to learn what the angle is. The financial seminars, in my experience, tend to be legitimate. Essentially, the presenters are financial advisors who are hoping to tell you just enough to get you to follow up with them at their offices. Now, if you are not comfortable with managing your money or with facing your financial future, these seminars will only enhance your anxiety. PowerPoint graphics with gloomy scenarios and predictions of future economic doom are deftly laid out. But the presenters do offer peace of mind. Just sign up for a follow-up session at their offices and they'll handle your financial fears. Maybe they'll propose a comprehensive financial plan at your post-seminar get-together. And maybe it will be the perfect one for you, depending on their level of expertise and competence. But there's one that I want you to be especially wary of. The presentation that suggests that you consider insurance-based products, particularly annuities of any kind, to secure your financial future. The presenters in these cases will likely talk about the bank failings of 2008 and 2009, and possibly the more recent stock market collapse from the COVID pandemic. They will illustrate how much investors lost in the stock market and how many years it will take to recover, if ever. After instilling fear of an uncertain future, they will offer you a surefire way to never lose money again through annuities. They aren't lying. Many of the products they promote are designed to never lose. But they won't mention the high commissions or how dividends and capital gains mostly flow to the insurance company, not you, or how, after 2009, if you had stayed invested in the stock market, your patience would have been rewarded, because historically, over time, every time the stock market dips, it ends up being proven to be a good place to be in the long run. My suggestion then, with the financial seminars, is enjoy the meal, don't agree to sign up for anything, take the materials home, and do your research. Be strong. Now, the real estate presentations, on the other hand, are especially perilous. Be very careful. You have virtually no chance of becoming successful at buying and selling homes or flipping properties unless you totally understand the industry and have had enough rough and tumble experiences with it. Remote endorsements from HGTV stars, such as the estranged couple from the hit show Flip or Flop, are designed to lend credibility. Fake testimonials come from actors who address the audience with their made-up rags to riches stories. Fake audience members rush to pay to reserve a spot at future workshops where you were told you'll learn the real magic. Sham optics are all around, appealing to attendees' fear of missing out. But the reality is that the sponsors have been successful only at making money off of the seminars, not any sort of mastery of real estate. And again, if you don't understand the scheme, you will ultimately be throwing your money away. Count on it. So go for the meal. Enjoy it. Then apply the 3 words. Stop. Don't commit to anything at these events. There are a lot of tricks. Don't allow yourself to be fooled by them. Verify. Consider fee-only certified financial planners who are fiduciaries for your financial guidance. And learn real estate through established conventional channels if you want to get into buying and selling or flipping homes. Use your resources. Family, friends, people you trust, and the internet can help you process once you've returned home. Next time, exploring the 3rd word, resources, with some dependable ones.